Hi everybody, it's Rebecca Gabriel here. Thank you so much for joining me on my Living with Spice YouTube channel. It's always so lovely to be able to do a reading with you all. It's mid-December, almost mid-December anyway, so we're going to be doing a reading for mid to late December leading up until Christmas. I hope everybody has been keeping well. I know that this time of the year can get very busy, very crazy. People feel a little bit stressed and, sometimes we respond a little bit out of the ordinary from what we would normally because we're feeling the pressure of expectations from each other. So I just want to remind you, breathe, take a slower pace. Remember, this is all about learning to be with each other, accepting each other and loving each other, not about being perfect or having to put on a facade that everything is okay and that we've got to do everything perfectly. Anyway, let's get into the reading for tonight and see what Spirit has in terms of advice for us. This is a collective reading, so it's a general reading for everybody. Sorry, a general reading for the collective is what I meant to say. And so it won't necessarily resonate for everybody. And if that's the case, then this reading's not for you. However, it will pick up on the general energies for people. And of course, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you are very welcome to get in touch with me. And that way we can fine-tune the reading to be more about your particular circumstances. Fabulous. So, for those of you who live in the Southern Hemisphere, we are getting very warm weather. We've had a lot of bushfires in Australia, which has been very sad, to be honest. And we have our friends in the Northern Hemisphere who are experiencing cold, wintry Christmas, which is not something I have ever had. Very different. Okay, we have a few cards to start with. I'm going to pull one more card. And my aim is actually to do a brief reading tonight, but I'm not really great at being brief, so we'll see. Okay. We have Prince of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Justice card. Okay. There has been an experience recently. I'm taking this as a relationship reading because this is what it's feeling like. But let's just see, we'll get into it. So we've got the Prince of Pentacles here, and it would seem to me that you are, if you have not already, you're about to receive an offer. Someone who's coming towards you but feeling a little bit hesitant too. They want to give you something. They want to give you something, an offer of love, or perhaps even a gesture of goodwill. For some, and it's an apology. And they sincerely want to come forward to give you this. But they are a little bit hesitant. So there's a little bit of fear around this. They're feeling a little bit tongue-tied. They're not quite sure how well they're going to be received. So it's news, communication, an apology, an offer and a gesture of some kind. You've actually been expecting this, but I'm taking this as the Prince of Pentacles is the person coming towards you, and you might have been expecting this. You certainly have wanted this, but you're not too sure whether you're going to accept the offer. So, for now, let's just see whether you give yourself some time to think about whether you'd like to hear them out and consider and reflect upon this offer. So perhaps some of the reason why you're hesitating to accept the offer is that you're feeling pretty battle-worn and a little defensive. You've had to go through an awful lot with this situation or with this person. And it's taken its toll on you. You know, you still got the strength to focus. You know what it is that you want, but you're tired. You've been, you know, if we're talking about a relationship here, you have been holding the distance for a long time. This situation, this challenging situation, has been going on for a long time. You know, you've hung in there, and hung in there. But right now you are feeling very tired and you're just about to give up. So when this offer comes towards you, I think that's the reason why you're hesitant. You know, is this genuine? Is this good enough? Is this going to be for the long term? Because seriously, you've been there and back many times, and you just don't know if you've got the energy or the desire to accept this offer. So this brings you to a point of having to make a decision. So with the Two of Swords, you're really evaluating your options here. You do have choice, and you're pausing to consider your options because you've been very focused at fighting the long fight, but now you've reached a point of exhaustion and you're going, well, I'm not sure if this is what I want anymore. So you are in this reflective mode at the moment, and it is difficult. It's challenging for you. It's very difficult because you can't actually see the end of the road. You can't see whether option A or option B is going to be the better one for you. So there's confusion, there's a lot of mental activity, and you're sitting there feeling a little bit stuck. What do I do? So at the moment you're not taking any action, you're just sitting there pondering. Perhaps you're feeling, you know, is something better going to come? Is something going to nudge me in the right direction? I'm pretty tired and worn out. So, you know, the Prince of Pentacles, it may be welcomed to some extent, but it's almost like you're not believing it. And, you know, you're kind of feeling, come on, if you're going to make me an offer, let's do it properly. Let's have a decent offer. So the fact that it's kind of not all the way there and not perhaps what you expected, you're going, oh, I'm not so sure. However, I believe that the divine and the universe is going to step in because we have justice here, which says to me, Spirit is going to step in and right the wrongs, and that, you know, you're going to, in the end, get what you deserve, and it'll be the right thing for you. So whatever happens, whatever comes out of this, the result of this situation that you find yourself in, whether it be a job situation, a decision that you have to make around that, whether it be to do with a relationship with a particular person in your life, the matter is going to get resolved, and it seems to me it's going to get resolved in this month. There will be a resolution and a solution that comes forward, and it will be in your favour. So be rest assured that balance will be regained. You will have a deeper understanding and a deeper perspective, and you'll be able to see clearly when this matter gets resolved. So the indecision that you're feeling will eventually stop. You know, this battle scar thing, that's going to end. The indecision is going to end, and you're going to have sudden clarity and a balance to the situation, a solution, clarity, and that's fabulous. And because this is the Justice card, I'm feeling that the universe is kind of stepping in to say enough is enough, let's get this done. So that's what I'm sensing is the flavour of this reading. So let's just pull a few cards from the Magdalene Oracle deck to clarify what has been stated here for the month of December. Tell us, Spirit, more clearly what decision has been made. What is the outcome here, please? What is the outcome of this decision? Well, we have little children, we have heart and soul. Sorry, that's reflection. And we have the decision card. Interesting. And we have transformation. So big things are happening here. Now I'm going to get a little bit of assistance from the booklet here. So let's take a look what the little children card is all about. So it says here, when given paints and a brush, a young child would automatically express and portray images of the people and things that he or she loves and then enthusiastically explain who and what everything in the picture represents. Children have no preconceived ideas about how they should express themselves. They just do it naturally and spontaneously in any way they can. You could benefit by adopting a similar attitude at this time. Let go of all your hang-ups and express yourself freely without judgment. Express all you have stored in your heart. You can express yourself in a myriad of ways. Verbal expression, journal writing, painting, drawing, music and dance are but a few of the ways in which you can effectively express your feelings and emotions. This will help you clear the emotional blockages that have formed over the past few months. You will regain a new-found sense of enthusiasm for life, and this will filter through to your work and relationships. How beautiful is that? So it really is letting go and having a release and just stopping those mental strongholds that you've found yourself stuck in, which has caused you to feel quite a lot of stress and upset and perhaps a little bit of distorted thinking around the situation. And of course, when we get into that kind of energy, we do block situations and we slow down the progress in our life. So Spirit is saying, let go. Let go, be your true self. Be free and easy like children are, and that's going to serve you a lot better. The next card we have is Heart and Soul. So I'm really starting to feel some beautiful connection with your heart and with the divine, and that this change that is happening to you is very divinely inspired. So a lot of love is starting to come to the fore here. It says, you are blessed and guided by eternal spirit of love. A positive transformation is occurring in your life this very moment. Close your eyes and feel yourself bathed in the love which stems from the heart of the goddess. This card is confirmation that all is unfolding as it should. There is no need for concern, so stop taking things so seriously and trust. Fantastic. All unfolds in perfect harmony. Life is always full of opportunity. I am guided and protected. I surrender my concerns to the goddess of eternal life. How beautiful. So you are very much guided and protected and bathed in love, and that's beautiful to know. So again, you're being affirmed. Don't worry. Don't stress. Relax. Everything is being taken care of. Let things flow as they should. Clearly you are going through a transformation of the heart, transformation in your soul. This is a very important part of your soul growth at the moment. And I know that you have been through so much. And I can understand why you're hesitant about an offer that's coming your way. But truly it is meant sincerely, and you need to let go of your thinking, because at the end of the day you're going to get the rewards. Clarity will be there. You're going to receive exactly what you deserve, which is wonderful. So we're just going to have a look at the card decision. Sorry, that was a bit fast. So we've got a really big full moon in this card, and it's interesting, but at the end of this week, today is the 9th going to the 10th of December, and the end of this week we have a full moon in December. So heightened energies, heightened emotion, everything gets expanded. So it'll be interesting to see how things pan out for you. So decision, let's have a look. Okay. You have an important decision to make at present. And it's interesting, it's come, I just want to show you, it's sitting right underneath the Two of Swords. So this is about you having to make a decision. Very, very interesting. So important decision to make at present, and the decision you make now will affect many around you for a long time to come. Be sure you know what you really want before you act. Take a few deep breaths, take time out to clear your mind, and you will know. We are all part of one creation, energetically interconnected, and therefore what affects one also affects the whole. Everything you say and do, and everything you fail to say or do, has a flow-on effect. A positive effect can only be achieved by being true to yourself. The right decision is the one that sits comfortably inside your heart. So that's that place where you feel at peace with something. You don't feel an inner conflict, but you just have this sense that this is right for you. You need to trust your intuition this month because, when we get these heavy, intense and emotional feelings that often happen around the full moon, sometimes we can feel, the full thrust of our emotions, which is perhaps not our most grounded self. So we need to just check that what we're feeling is true to ourselves and not overly exaggerated. Don't make your decision based on guilt or what you think you should do. Be true to you, for it is only by being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And that's why it's really important to take time when you're making decisions. Take time out away from noise. Turn off your phone, the TV, music. Go have some quiet time. I often suggest to people 15 to 30 minutes for your mind to stop chattering and for you to start relaxing, and then you receive the divine messages. Your heart is open, your mind is clear, and then you will know. And that's what you need to trust, is that feeling, that inner knowing about yourself. So you do have a decision to make. And the best way to go forward is to create that stillness, to slow down so that you can be clear about what is true for you. Just remember, trust. Let go of those mental strongholds. Be like a child. Express yourself. Relax, play. Don't be so serious. And know that the divine is loving you, protecting you, watching over you. All will be well. The last card is transformation, which I think is a little bit easier for us to be able to connect with that message. And I'm just finding that, you've been on this journey. You've been on this journey for a while, but it is finally changing your heart. Your heart is evolving. Your soul is evolving. You're finishing up on soul lessons here that are quite significant. Whenever we go through transformation, it does pull things apart before it puts things back together again. And it can feel really topsy-turvy. I'm sorry, there was just a big noise and it gave me fright in the unit next door. So, so things can feel really topsy-turvy, but don't be alarmed. That's just part of the process of change and us progressing and growing and moving to the next stage of realization and awareness. But don't be concerned. So Spirit is saying a positive transformation related to your work, study or finances is occurring. That is fabulous. So if, in this month of December, slow down, take a deep breath, look at what you need to clean up in your life, tidy, get rid of things that are not needed. And this includes your home life and your finances, so that you can prepare for something amazing. And I feel that, this reading, we did ask this reading to be for the month of December, but I feel like it's preparation and groundwork for something beautiful coming. So this is part of your transformation, is to clear up and clean up. So it goes on to say, keep calm, allow the storm to clear, which sometimes we feel around the full moon. We feel like there's an inner storm. For when it does, you shall discover that things have been rearranged for the better. Do not fear the changes taking place, for change is a necessary part of life. With every ending comes a new beginning. People get very fearful when we sort of hear with every ending there's a beginning. But this is just sort of like wrapping something up, finishing something so that you're ready for the next thing. It's like getting ready before the party. You've got to clean everything up, move everything off the table and put things back in the cupboard. You're finishing off the task that you were doing, so you're ready for the next thing. So, endings can be in all sorts of forms. So let's not feel, devastated by, the phrase for having an ending. It's just like you're moving from one thing to the next. So you're in a time of preparation, which is fabulous. Trust and be prepared to lovingly let go of the past, of what you've been focused on. If there is one certainty in life, it is that your life will continue to transform as it magically unfolds. Though you may feel unsettled and unsure at present, because let's face it, when we don't know and we're feeling a sense of change, it does make us feel unsettled. So just understand that that's happening and that's okay. So during this period of time, try to be flexible. Go with the flow. Don't allow your thinking to get too extreme. Be open to new ideas. Be open to new possibilities. And without fearing something, go, well, I'm curious as to how this could turn out. So take an attitude or a mindset of being curious. So, it's great because then we may discover something we haven't thought of before or see something that we haven't seen before. So we are being reassured that a bright future awaits, which is really positive news. So far, a really interesting reading. Something really magical is awaiting for you. So last of all, I'm going to pull, I just said last of all, but I was going to do another deck over there. Before I pull this one, I've got this Magic Earth deck here, Earth Magic deck. So let's just see what comes out of this, because I really wanted to use this deck tonight. So thank you, Spirit. Oh, lovely. What messages do you have for us for the second half of December? Two more cards for the second half of December. Thank you. All right. We got 3. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Oh, I got more than I thought. Okay, so with the energy of the full moon, and leading up to Christmas, don't be surprised if there's some volatile emotions, moods that are going up and down, and maybe a little bit of banter between people. We kind of expect that at this time of the year, but it's more about you being aware of yourself, managing your own emotions and realising, maybe I just need to pull back a little bit. So Spirit is saying, look, there's a potential for this to happen. So in knowing that, sense when you are starting to feel a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit of fear, when you start to remind yourself of past circumstances, just go, whoa, let me just pull back, not get too much in my head about things, because Spirit is saying, come on, let's just breathe. Let's just take a deep breath, pause, come back a little bit, chill out. It's going to be worth it because there is a reconciliation taking place here. Spirit is saying all is going to be well. So if you adopt the approach of being an observer, being calm, listen to what your higher self is telling you, listen to your soul and listen to the divine, you're going to get the answer and the guidance that you're looking for. And it's going to lead you to reconciliation. It's going to lead to you feeling at one with yourself and connected with spirit, so that you've got a real deep sense of knowing about what is right for you. So this indecision will disappear, and there will be this beautiful, sense of things coming together and things becoming right for you and getting sorted. So, the answers come for you, and it comes in the form of communion with spirit, communion with yourself, and communion with others. And you have your intuition is quite on point this month. You've got a real heightened awareness and a real understanding of your path and what is right for you. So this is really important for you to take, to be mindful of that and to be aware of it, because you are actually experiencing assistance from your spirit guides. This is the Shaman card, and they're bringing you wisdom to help you with your insights and your intuition. So you really do need to trust yourself. Stay calm wherever possible. You have the best way of being able to clear your mental activity and to know what is right for you when you're calm, because you've got spirit stepping in here. The divine is stepping in here to help you, to bring things, to bring abundance, to bring clarity, but to bring improvement and progress in your life. So, it's going to assist your financial situation. Your physical needs are going to be met beyond your expectations. But along with this transformation, this spiritual and emotional transformation, this maturity that's happening for you, even though it may feel a little bit turbulent and uncomfortable, that's going to be resolved, and you're going to experience incredible blessings. The rainbow, finally, you make it, you get there, you have the peace, you have the clarity, you have what it is that you've been striving for, and all will be well. How amazing is that? I love it. Such a beautiful thing to look forward to. You're really coming to understand that, our life unfolds in many interesting ways, but your journey now is bringing you to the point of realizing that, you are a spiritual being, and you have ancestors, family, spirit guides there assisting you. You're hearing, responding, knowing, sensing. That's them giving you the guidance, helping you to grow, helping you to attune and be in tune, and to listen to your intuition. Your awareness is expanding. This is really helping you to come into that heart space of yours. So, we've got multiple cards saying very similar things here. It's beautiful, divine, Mother Mary, heart energy, heart and soul, and the shaman, all there to help you. So beautiful, lovely. I'm hoping that you're really getting into this and really appreciating the gift that's coming your way. So let down your swords, give up the battle, give up the resistance in your mind, and just trust. You don't need to overthink this and feel like you're going to be stuck in your head forever, because the universe is going to step in and help to resolve that. Just be open, be flexible, keep your heart open, keep your mind open to new possibilities, and you're going to discover that it's a lot easier to make this transformation than if you resist it. So I've got the Romance Angels card deck, and we're just going to see what advice we have around relationships for the month of December. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. It's just really popping out today. And 2 more cards, please. Tell us about relationships. Well, was that meant to come out? Yes. Okay, lovely. So we have religious factors are involved. It's safe for you to love. We have healing family issues, are appropriate at this time of the year, and make the effort. So with religious factors, in terms of your love life or the special relationship here, your choices, your perspective, the lens through which you look, and the way you make your decisions, and the way you what feels right for you has a framework or a lens of your upbringing, your spiritual upbringing or religious upbringing. So it's it's has up until now been informing you of how to think about something. So, you've had expectations that the relationship or the courting or, the what you're expecting out of the relationship, this is up until now has been very heavily influenced by your religious factors or your spiritual beliefs. And so Spirit is saying, be aware of this, because you may need to cast that aside, it just in order to change the lens. That's all I'm saying, is if possible, take that lens off that you've always had so that you can see things differently from a different perspective, because this relationship or this situation requires you to maybe see things in a way that you haven't normally seen things. So, if you normally approach a situation or have a certain judgment around, the way things are done at work, or, the way things should be conducted between two partners, or the way family should behave, perhaps now is the time to take off your lens that you normally have to see things from a different perspective. In terms of your love life, Spirit is saying, relax. It is safe for you to love. So you have felt quite defensive. We know that. There's been some hurts over a long period of time and you're feeling battle worn. And you are a little bit defensive. You're protecting your heart. But Spirit is saying it's okay. It is safe to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So if you have been unfortunate enough to be in some toxic situations, jobs, relationships, family, it has sort of left its mark on you. But Spirit is saying it's time for you to let your guard down now and to know that it's safe, especially when we come from a place of love. It's safe for you to see things differently and to open yourself to healing and reconciliation and of love. And so the other card that we have here is healing family issues. So, for some of you, this is very much about reconnecting with family, letting, bygones be bygones, letting things of the past go. It's really important if we want to have, good long-term relationships, and they don't have to be perfect, but it really is about coming from a place of acceptance, love and acceptance, even if we don't necessarily agree or if we have different beliefs or opinions about something. The best way forward is to open your heart and see people from a heart perspective. For some of you, the way your relationship with your parents is greatly influencing your current love relationship or your current perspective in life. So that perhaps the way you've been raised, or what you've always observed your parents have always done, or the way they've communicated with each other, or the way they've treated each other, or perhaps their views of the world of how people should be, how people should act, how people should be there to support each other. Whatever their belief system is, this has had a knock-on and flow-on effect for you, as you'd expect. And so at this time, you could definitely benefit from letting your guard down. And, if there has been resentment or a determination to not be like your parents or whatever the story is, now is the time to let that go and allow healing to take place. We don't have to agree with everything with our parents or our family and relatives, but certainly there's an opportunity to love them regardless of how they are, what they do and what they say. This is going to benefit you in your own love life, your sense of peace within you, how you approach relationships and people in general, and certainly it's going to help heal you on the inside so that you can be the best person you can be for your loving partner. So keeping that in mind, healing relationships with other people all has a ripple effect in all aspects, in all areas of our life. What we do well in one area of our life is likely to positively influence all the other areas of our life. What we don't do well is also going to affect the other areas of our life. So healing those family issues, resolving those, agreeing to disagree, is going to work wonders in other areas of your life as well. So Spirit is saying it's worth the effort. Please make the effort because you're going to benefit in the long run. So great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So if we're talking about a one-to-one romantic relationship here with that special person, you know what? Forgive the past wounds that may have happened, and there probably has been a lot of them because we have the Nine of Wands. Do your best to forgive, to trust that even when this offer comes towards you, it may not have been what you were hoping for or what you expected. It may not have ticked the box in terms of what you think should be happening based on your upbringing. But you know what? Spirit is saying, make the effort. Look through eyes of love because great love is worth it. Great love is worth it. So listen to your intuition and take the steps that Spirit is guiding you to take. Okay, so Spirit is very much here to give you the wisdom, share you the wisdom, give you the insight so that you can make good decisions, right? So make the effort. It's going to help you in a very positive way because at the end of the day, you are going to be showered with blessings and everything is going to be resolved beautifully. You're going to have clarity and you're going to, your finances are going to improve. Your relationships, your ability to communicate and understand things, it's all coming together for you. So this is, yes, very transforming time, lots of big energy happening in December, keeping in mind that, there is a possibility, a potential for emotions to run high. So let's not let it get to the point of being explosive because that's not going to be a good thing. But certainly you can become wise at recognising when you're feeling the extremes of those emotions. So just remember, the Spirit is saying take some time out. Take some time out to breathe, pause and step back. Don't feel that you have to respond to everything. You don't. Take time to reflect. The moon reminds us to reflect and to be quiet and just to, breathe deeply. You've got a lot of love around you, which is fantastic. So that concludes our reading for the end of December. I hope this has been beneficial for you. I am sending my love to all of you, and please remember to, if this is helpful to you, like the video, subscribe to the video, share it with anybody. I'm sending you lots of love for a beautiful Christmas time if you celebrate Christmas, and if not, if you are with family, wishing you all very well. For those who are not well at the moment, who find themselves injured or in hospital or sick for some reason, I am sending you love and blessings, and I'm sure many other people are as well. So please know that you are being thought of, and we're sending lots of loving energy your way. And just one last message, and I don't have it in front of me, and that's very naughty of me. I will step up and go get it, and that is my book. So just one moment. This time of the year is not about commercialism, and I know that we all love to give each other gifts, and that's one way of showing our love towards each other. But what I really want to emphasise is that so many of us have had quite a challenging year, but all of it has been about our transformation, our learning and our growing. And it's not always easy going through those times of change. So, as many of you would know, I actually did end up publishing a book this year, The Power of Soul Loving, a spiritual guide to love and freedom. And this came from, it was born from a lot of my own personal experiences, but a really solid portion of this was also divinely inspired and channeled. And this is, the book is designed to help all of us navigate through those very difficult times of change in our life, but from a perspective from the soul, recognising that we are more than just our mind, more than just our body, and that, you know, when we learn to understand the nature of the soul and the power of loving from a soul perspective, my goodness, it's such a beautiful way to learn and grow and to navigate those challenges in our life. If this is of interest to you, or you can think of someone that you would like to gift this to, I recommend that you go to my website, thepowerofsoulloving.com. You can order a copy there, find out a little bit more about the book to see if that's what you're interested in. It has the ability for you to look at an excerpt of the book. You can also buy it online at all major online bookstores. So it retails at $28.95 Australian dollars, which I think is around 21 US dollars. And, you know, for those people who actually know me personally, I have a bunch of these books that I can give to you as well before Christmas time. So anyway, let's leave it at that. I wish you well, lots of love, take care of yourself, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye for now.